Robbie Wong here, going to play some Brawl on Arena with Radha, Heart of Keld as the commander. We have got aggressively slanted mid-range, lots of creatures, and the best that Gruul has to offer with tons of fight spells and some creature-centric card draw. Okay, notably seeing Beast Whisper on the other side of the table reminded me how good this card is unchecked, especially in a creature list. So we've added him in exchange for some of the 1-drops that quickly lose relevance in a format like Brawl. Okay, creatures versus spells. Doing nothing till turn 3 scares me. And then this, I think, is a 4-drop, right? Yeah, this is a 4-drop. I'm going to mulligan this, looking for a little bit more aggression. This is not more aggressive, but I really like Rhythm of the Wild, so we're going to give that a shot. We're ahead on life total. We're winning. Thrash. Ooh, Nissa. Okay, so... Alright, let's... Field of the Dead. Okay, so let's Radha. Do I want to... No, let's Rhythm of the Wild. Because next turn, we can get some benefit from playing Rhythm first. Also, if we play Radha and there's a land on top, we can't do anything with that. Next turn, if we draw a non-land and play Radha, that's good. Plus, we dodge the Banishing Light. Alright, so we drew the land. We're still going to Radha, because if there's a land on top, we'd rather use this one, right? Because now we don't have to draw that forest. Alright, on the board. And we're going to be able to Nissa next turn, even if they have a way to take this off the table. Just keep ramping. Okay. We are fine with that. That's... Okay, yeah, so that's just all prevented. This makes a... Oh, great hinges on top. That's awesome. Okay. So, can Vivian... No, that prevents all damage. Okay, so we're going to Nissa so we can have all of the mana in the world. We're a little shy on red mana right now. So let's go... They're all 4s. Okay, so this guy here is going to pop you on the nose. And then this is damage prevented. Not that they have a lot of haste, but... The time you send a Boreal Grazer in is the time that you get hit. So next turn, we have 6 mana, because they're going to Conqueror's Death Nissa. We're going to be able to Vivian, though. Or... Okay, so we play the land. This wasn't a land. These fight spells, not good in this situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could Ravager Wurm, blow up the Field of the Dead before it can become useful, and then swing in for boatloads. And by boatloads, I mean... I want you to have haste. And I want you to eat the wicked, wicked Field of the Dead. Oh no, I forgot to read my cards. All right, so what's the deal here? One of these is damage prevented, right? Did they not? Okay, so Ravager Wurm. Has to have an activated ability that isn't a mana. Okay, in my head it was non-basic. That's incorrect. Has to have an activated ability that isn't mana. I feel like they're going to try and shoot Radha here. Shoot the land. Man. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in a really awkward position here. Because we can't really use our mana. And I don't really want to kill Narset because they have this Elspeth. Although if they're using this to get back, yeah, let's just take the opportunity to smash face. Yeah, we can't play anything. How awkward. And them taking that land out was incredibly relevant. Okay, so we're gonna eat this food here at the end of their turn. That's what we're gonna do. This is an instant. Okay, so let's end turn. Ah, oops, too slow. Okay, so we're going to. They've picked Dovin just in time, and then we're going to shoot. We're going to pick Ravager Wurm, and then we're going to shoot Narset here. So that way they don't get the activation. But we make the Elspeth Conquers Death pick the inferior Planeswalker. If we had done this on our turn, then we give the opponent more options. And like always, I feel like Magic is a game of trying to deny your opponent of as many options as possible. X is 2. I can't pay for that, right? No. That's unfortunate. And withholding as much information as possible. So they could make something real slow. But we do get War Boss. Do they see that? Oh, they're electing not to. Okay. You may. Okay, so they don't see the War Boss. Worth mentioning that they are missing the second white. Yeah, so Ravager Wurm's going to get fogged for a turn. My turn. Okay, so yeah. I think pinging the Narset is worth it. So that way, if they want to try and shoot something with Narset, they have to reduce the loyalty to 0. And then we have 2 mana, so we can eat the food. Oh, you remembered. Unintentional. Unintentional stop. All right, so Narset probably going to tick up, right? If we can land this Great Henge, we can be in a great shape. Because then it doesn't really matter if they Wrath, because each creature comes in and replaces itself. Midnight Clock is a little scary. It's a way for them to gas back up. Now they're pretty far away from it, and they don't have oodles of mana to keep pumping into it. Because every 3 mana, they can put another time counter on it. Clock counter? Hour counter. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna Vivian something here. Well, they have to discard whatever that is. So yeah, so they're gonna make that silly, and one of the scary things here is if I Vivian and pick something, they can phase it out, and then there's no fight that happens. So perhaps then this is a good time to stick Great Henge, because I know they don't have a counterspell up, and this is gonna make it really, really difficult for the opponent to keep up. Let's go ahead and gain the 2 life. We're gonna go into combat and see who they phase out, or if they phase out anybody. I bet they phase out the War Boss, so I don't get the Mentor trigger. Yeah. Alright, so definitely worth taking Teferi off the table. And again, definitely worth keeping Narset down to 2, so if they try and use her at like a removal spell, they lose her ability. Dovin is annoying, but Dovin is slowly reducing his own loyalty to 0. So we have to keep an eye on this Midnight Clock. I think that's where Kogla is going to really shine. It's on 2. So I think getting the Vivian down and taking out Planeswalker is going to be extremely valuable. And now that Teferi's not there to phase in response to the fight trigger, that's going to for sure get value. Ravager Wurm just getting fat sitting on the sidelines. Okay, so we have... Great. All right, lots of mana. They kept a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can Radha if this doesn't. Actually, I'd rather the Vivian resolve. So let's Radha first. Plus we get the card draw to see if we have a better play off the top of our deck than Vivian. Okay. You got it. There's not a Teferi to wrestle with. Phoenix of Ash. That's great against Planeswalkers. So... Okay, so there's no counterspell, so we're going to get to off something here. This is at 3. So, target creature to Planeswalker. So Radha, because Ravager Wurm is still really impotent, is going to take out Narset. And then we're going to swing in. And then we just have to deal with this Midnight Clock. So now if they use Dovin this next turn, bye-bye Dovin, and there's no Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Outgrinding the control deck is where you want to be. Yeah, so opponent, yeah, trying to get this online. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna Kogla this next turn. I was gonna say there's no All right, we got to pay attention to who Dovin gets because we need to target nothing. Alrighty then. So we are Kogla-ing. Ooh, that Pridemalkin also gives trample. Right, so Kogla is going to fight here. And then I can give, these are all options. So let's start here. Let's distribute 2 + 1 up to 2 target creatures. Let's give them here and here. Spread the wealth. Then let's give things trample, or let's Phoenix of Ash. I think we want a Phoenix of Ash. Oh, look, and we hit the land. Enters tapped. Ooh, lots of goodies coming. Okay, so let's swing everything at face, and then Phoenix of Ash can for sure take out the Dovin. Tradesies. And Field of the Dead is good, but I don't think it's going to be this good. Too bad we couldn't give this haste somehow. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so they're going to be one counter short of getting to Midnight Clock. So, feeling really good about where we're at right now. Opponent going to try and find a 6 mana card to discard. I would try and take out, yeah, take out Kogla. Good move. So we're going to distribute +1/+1 counters, give everything. Yeah. Okay, so let's play this land. Let's give things counters. We're gonna trample through here. We're gonna submit. +4/+2 and trample for 2 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could make this humongous. Or actually, let's do this. Domri. Now we don't have to worry about trample. Could you imagine if this was a Rubble Belt Rouser? Oh no! They had a counter spell. Okay, so I want to clear this. So we're going to go you, fight you. Alright, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything swing. 9, 14, 17, 4 attackers. And then we're going to cast Collision Colossus. Or we could have pumped Radha. Whew. Stack of Planeswalkers cleared out. Alright, well, that was a pretty good grindy game, trying to work around the opponent's stuff. Opponent, unfortunately, did not draw one of their sweepers that I'm sure is hiding somewhere in their deck. But that's the game. Aggressive deck puts creatures on. Controlling deck tries to control the flow of creatures. Great Henge continues to impress in this format because if there's not a lot of artifact removal and it's a best of 1, then you just have to sit there and watch your opponent keep drawing more and more cards. Well, I'm Robbie Wong. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.